Well, here's a reversal of the that story, right? If we were talking about abortions, here's a story where an ISIS fighter, according to vocative.com, has publicly executed his mother after she begged him to leave the terror group, according to Syrian human rights groups reporting a couple weeks ago. Al-Sakir al-Qassem, age 20, used an assault rifle to shoot his mother in the head, according to the Syrian Observatory for Human Rights. And Raqqa is being slaughtered silently, which are the interest groups. Both groups report extensively on ISIS in the eastern Syrian city and have themselves been targeted for their work. Hundreds gathered to watch the killing, which the son was said to have carried out in front of the post office where Ms. Lina al-Qassem reportedly worked. Activists say the 45-year-old mother was planning to flee Raqqa, the terror group's de facto capital, and asked her son, Ali Sakir, to come with her. Instead, the young jihadist turned her over to his ISIS leaders, who charged her with apostasy and ordered her execution. She was executed under the pretext of, quote, inciting her son to leave the Islamic State and escaping together, unquote, said the observatory. Public killings have become a routine spectacle for many living under ISIS control, including for hundreds of children. Experts say the constant scenes of punishment is one way in which the jihadist group galvanizes ideological supporters and quashes resistance. John Horgan, psychologist and terrorism researcher at Georgia State University, told Vocative earlier this year, quote, "This is sadism on a clinical level. This is psychological warfare at its most deadly." Pretty horrifying story. This group is so sick, so severe that they would have one of their own guys execute his own mother just because she wanted him to leave. She wanted to escape from Raqqa with her son, and her punishment was execution by his own hand.
Yeah, and a lot of people will say, well, that's just what Muslims do.
No,
it's not. And most of the people that the group calling themselves the Islamic State, most of who they're fighting are other Muslims.
Yeah, exactly. And in fact, we had Will Coley is doing a show now on LRN.FM. Many of our listeners are familiar with Will from his calls to this program. He's a Muslim. He's one of the Muslims for Liberty, their website, Muslims4liberty.org. Anyway, they've got a new show called Call to Freedom. It's on Sunday nights on LRN.FM starting at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. And I think it's been a very good show so far. They just finished their third episode this weekend. And it's Will, it's Davi Barker, who's also one of the Muslims for Liberty. They had one of the top Muslim scholars on their show last night, and he basically sounded like a voluntarist, the things that he was saying. Very, very freedom-oriented, very peace-oriented in a lot of ways. So I think people just don't even understand Muslims and sort of the wide variety that there are out there. Just like with Christians, there are a wide variety of self-professed Christians.
No, there's some of them I wouldn't want to be around.
It's